Good morning, everyone. It's actually 12:31. For some reason, I said that as if I was about to fucking start a little rap video. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to CRF1. My name is YT Tep, and joined alongside nobody. We are here for round 6, Portugal this time. I'm very excited to see how this will all play out. I have no more red left. Fuck. Yeah, so far 16 people, a few of them are reserves. It's not our highest attendance. Last weekend was pretty decent in China, and everyone knows that stream was great, wasn't it? That was definitely one of the streams ever made, in my opinion. So yeah, as we slowly load into not Q1, for qualifying in Portugal, I gotta shut my door, so I can actually yell. Right then, it doesn't seem like anyone's out so far, so we just gotta kind of wait for now. I'm very bad at telling which side is left and right on my headphones, so it takes me about 10 minutes to do so. Right then, lap data enabled, track map, full track map. It seems that is a Red Bull coming out first. AQ Flow, the first one to take the bite, followed by... Well, technically he's behind them, but Hops is out as well with Dweezy. Dweezy's leading the charge. Yesterday he was doing pretty well in a little lobby against Orlando and then other tier 2 drivers. So I think that constitutes a race win possibly for him. And yeah, let's see, that was turn 3, this is turn 4. I'm going to try and familiarize myself with everything just so I can yell about it later on. So yeah, last weekend we saw the new race winner for Alfa Romeo, WCB Devil. He took his first Grand Prix win in the league. I'm excited. Oh, he's not here. Never mind. So he won't be able to go back to back, and for some reason Exotic is driving a Red Bull. Oh wait, he is the Red. I thought he was Williams reserve. Oh. So Dom isn't in. I'm very confused. I'm just reading up, seeing what the fuck is going on. Red Bull temporary reserve driver. Yes, Ryan really needed to create the role, didn't he? Anyway, so because you can... Actually, you know what? I can't say anything. I did say people were on loan. I did allow subtitle to go on loan now for a minute, so I guess I can't really say much. A little bit of... You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna stop talking. So let's see. Is Dweezy still leading the pack? I have no idea. I think he is. So yeah, Purple Sector 1 for the Alfa Romeo. Seems he's doing pretty decent, as the first person usually is. He's going to be followed by the only McLaren out on track, Similia, or Inertia, as most people better know him. Exotic's still in the pits as AQ flows, trying to make the rounds here. You can see their good old Northern Irish partnership there, letting one by. I guess I don't fucking know. I was in an 18-minute qualifying yesterday. I completely forgot how much I hate league racing. God. Anyway, so yeah, that's probably what made me fall off the face of the earth. The tier 2. Well, I never really came back. Anyway, AQ Flow besting Purple Sector 2 there, and it looks like he's gone unmatched by Jamie there, who has completed Sector 2. So he didn't get a Purple Sector 2. So as Dweezy's probably gonna come across the line right now, that will lay down the benchmark of A. That was an outlap. I didn't take anything this morning. AQ Flow wasn't on the out. What? As confusing as that is, it looks like Dweezy's in the wall now, and I'm just trying to process the mental gymnastics. Hops, our pole sitter last time out, 33.861. I wonder what happened there. It's probably just another cooldown lap. Subtitle Tuna well off the pace with a second between himself and pole. Second and a half, probably. So yes, AQ Flows top the timing sheets as Jamie is only a 10th off. Let's go to leader. A 10th off of, and 3/10 behind. That's Carrots. Trickshans for just about 5/10 there. You can see Jamie, one of the people to ever drive actually getting caught on, yeah, he gets caught on a little curb there. That's going to be a turn a lot of people are going to see their downfall on. I'm just, wondering how many are we going to see that actually, mess up there. I hope I'm not too disappointing today. I'm tired. And I'm probably not going to bring the exact same energy as China. I'll get loud if I really need to, and the energy kicks in if it wants to. If it doesn't, I'm just going to be a funny man, hopefully. I'm always really bad at qualifying as well, so this is when I wish I was joined by somebody, because qualifying is not my favorite by far. Hate qualifying. Anyway, Hops still like 16 seconds. Yeah, you can tell it was a throwaway lap. Subtitle Tuna, realistically the slowest man on track, over a second up off the pace of pole, and reserve driver Fall Bicycle 8/10 down up on Flo's time. Inertia 1.2 seconds away from the 17.4 set by Flo, with K-Dot just getting over Subtitled. I don't know if Subtitled's gonna be happy about that or not, So yeah, Hop's pulling back into the pits, Dweezy's back into the pits, Cal and JF is on an out lap, I don't know. No, he's not on an out lap, he is on a real lap, so you can see there he's coming around the final corner. This will probably be for a decent-ish time in like, yeah, P8 or 9? Yep, P8s, I guessed correctly, you guys can all suck me off now. Not exactly a second, not exactly though, it's a great P8, because still a second off the pole time, it's like an 18.4. And he has like an 18.5 or something, I have no idea. Let's see, 18.533. So yeah, not good at all. Dweezy's going on another outlap there as Adam says go exotic. And both Mercedes actually have yet to exit the pits here. Yellow flags up in Sector 1. I assume that was just the Aston letting the Alfa Romeo by. Who was that? Trixchans? Trixchans is here. I don't know why we didn't let him in for so long. It would have been really fun having him last season. I don't know who he's letting through. He's just saving time on the outlap. W. W Trixchans, honestly. Anyway, yes, let's see. Cal and JF still in P8. Dweezy's on an outlap, and these. So I thought I saw somebody leaving the pits, either that or coming back in. Aki Flo is on an outlap, so hopefully that's not lying to me. Both Ferraris are still in the garage. It's Trixchans. Yeah, that's an invalidated lap. I forgot. What about, yeah, no one, okay, so that was just the first run, so now we gotta wait a couple minutes to, actually see some more runs. So let's go on into the chat, race predictions. Who do you guys think is gonna win today? YT Mother Cameo last stream. Fuck you, right. Who do you guys think is gonna win today's race? I'm wondering. Rexy. Who's calling out Rexy in the fucking chat right now? Hops are yeah, because you're the AlphaTauri team principal. Kill yourself. Right, so AQ still the man on top as Jamie and Garrett slot in right behind him. Trixchans, I believe he has not got. Oh yeah, it's still invalidated his lap. Is he trying for another one? I don't actually know. It looked like he suffered a little bit of wheel spin here if he is not careful. Yeah, it seemed he made it out of that corner, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much of a good time. You can see there he's just a 10th, just shy of a 10th up on his time. Or down on his time. God, I hate... Yoshi made me like realize that it's inverted, basically, so being down on your time is the bad thing, and being up on your time is a good thing, and I'm like, but up means more, you want less time, like... Dweezy, you're not having a very good day, buddy, are you? Jesus, alright, so, from one American to the other, from one American to another, we're really taking a hit today, huh? Me with my shit commentary, you with the driving. So yes, both Mercedes now are on an outlap. Orlando followed by Sisisco in the back there. He's only going through turn 3 right now. Trixchans is just chilling up here. He's still got an invalidated lap. He's still fucking up, I guess. I don't know. Jamie, I think he's set a lap right now, or he's either beginning his lap through turn 1 and now turn 2. He needs to nail this and not hit any curbs. Hitting curbs here are lethal. You even take a little too much, it's game over, it really is. Your tires get quite sensitive over on turn 4, up the hill and down the straight. DRS now, and that is a nice number. Yes, he is 6900s down on his time. Up! 6900s up on his time. And that is enough for a purple sector 1, so as he lightly takes that little kink, not really eating the curbs there, he's making sure that he doesn't spin out, as he's now commonly known for. Let's see, going down the hill and up the hill and over. I love Portugal with all of its elevation change. He's going to cross the Sector 2 line. It's looking good for pole position, 2/10 away from his original time. That's going to best flows by quite a stiff margin. You can tell like he flows probably on stream tuning into this, so I'm just going to rub it in a little bit. Anyway, yes. Jamie's going through towards the final long right-hander. What a lovely one it is. You can probably feel the G-forces on this one. And Jamie will be putting in a 1:6:17:368. The line was a lot farther away than I thought it was initially. 17:368, that will probably trigger Flo to go do something. I would not be, yep. I think the Red Bull guys are moving in there. Trying to move Flo out, exactly. So Flo, reactionary. He's now going out for another lap there. Jamie on his pole lap, lovely stuff. Let's see, Trickstans is on an outlap. Is there anyone that can realistically challenge that pole? Hops is on another outlap to try and hopefully recover from that 33. It's not really a real lap, so we'll count this one as his first lap. I put a little bit of chocolate syrup in my coffee to feel something. Right then, Subtitle Tuna jumps over Callum JF. That's quite surprising. He might even be proving himself worthy of a Tier 1 seat. God, can you imagine the reality? I always tell him, it's not the fact that he's, bad, because he's not. He's quite obviously not terrible. He can't drive. He can't fucking drive. Anyway, I swear to God, he'll give you, no space. I have the excuse of being shit, usually. Accidentally cutting you off on a good day. I'm really, good at racing, quote-unquote, you know what I mean? Anyway, Percy Crawley, 18:021. Yeah, 7th place for him. Orlando and Sissisco have gotten into the top 10. P5 for Sissisco. I think that's one of the higher places we've seen him in the past few races. And Orlando's just chilling there in 8th place, right in front of a reserve driver Fall Bicycle. Callan does not want to be beaten out by a reserve teammate, so he is eager to, make sure he belongs there, he stays there. So yeah, Q1, it's not Q1, anyway, qualifying ends in about 6.5 minutes, so as we keep going, AQ Flo's going to be putting in a lap right now. This might be his outlap, actually. That was his outlap, okay. So as he starts his first lap, let's ride along with him. 46 Red Bull there, you gotta not take any curbs. He's known for spinning a lot, so will Flo avoid the Flo moment? The highly coveted Flow moment. It's a wonderful thing to experience. You can see there he was millimeters from it as the wheel twitched every now and then. Purple Sector 1, it seems like he's not going to take Jamie's pole lying down. So as he blasts up towards the left-hand kink and then the right hand, I don't know what the corner name is called, but it's kind of a kink. You just let off and then, go into this corner, which I absolutely adore if I don't spin. 17:472. So far, he will be beating Jamie's initial pole time of Jamie's now pole time of 17:368. Yeah, he'll be beating that at the moment. It didn't tell me. It didn't tell me how much he bested Sector 2 by, but he has gone purple in Sector 2. Hops finally redeeming himself with a 17:518. So now as he blasts down, okay, 2/10. He's 2/10. Up on his time, just as Jamie was, except, Jamie had a slower time initially, so as Flo rockets on down towards the last line, you can see there, it's a 17:096. That is much faster. I feel like that's a lot faster than I think Jamie can pull off realistically, because, I'm wondering his confidence in the track. Even with Flo's subtle mistakes, Flo just found the time where he really needed it. And now he sits on top here in Portugal. 4.5 minutes left in qualifying, 17:0. Who's going to be the first one to break into the 16s? Jamie, we're seeing if we can get something of a reaction. Can you see the Ferrari garage? You can. So will there be another reaction lap? You can see there, that is most likely Jamie coming out. Oh no, it's Carrot. So Carrot's going to go out for another lap. I feel like he needs to, I guess. Going to set one on soft tires? Yeah, that's soft tires. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see the different types of strategies, because Portugal, it really isn't an optimal track for any sort of strategy. Like mediums to hards, yeah, you're going to see some good performance on the mediums, but Those hards suck ass. So yeah, let's see AQ Flow still with the top time. Jamie's not left the pits yet. The clock is ticking. Khan's still in the pits. Hops coming back from a lap. Here, Carrot doing his thing. Let's see. Dweezy's the only one really on track at the moment. So Dweezy, it doesn't look like he's doesn't look like he's improving at all, honestly. So blasting on down towards the final turn before the Sector 2 finish line, you can see there, and now he is improving, like quite a lot. He's improving by quite a lot. That will put him in the 17. No, it won't. He was lapping in like the 17s, I think. He was putting in some really good laps. Yeah, I know he can put in a 17, a high 17 at that, but a 17 nonetheless. So I'm just waiting. Will he put... Yeah, here we go. No, it's an 18.267. That will be P10. That's good enough for P10, but it's not great. Subtitle Tuna still with the chip on his shoulder. You can see there it's making him swerve the car a little bit. P12 with a point to prove on an outlap now. Callum JF once again doesn't want to be beaten out by his own teammates. So let's see. Flying down towards the Sector 1 line. You can see there it's just in the middle of after the DRS straight. So I don't know why I started speaking with a southern accent. That wasn't intentional, I swear. But yeah, he's improved marginally over his initial time of an 18.53.3? Yeah, in 18.53, I don't really care. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this qualifying session, and the top 4 are all on outlaps, so this is going to be a bit of a Western-style shootout here in Portimao. God, I wish we had Estoril back, but no, I don't. Yeah, I like Portimao. Portimao's a good track. It's fun. It's fun to defend. It's really fun to defend. Just gotta be careful. This track will punish you really hard if you fuck up. So let's see. Who is going to be the first to cross the line? That will be Callum JF. I don't think this is for the outlap, so as he crosses the line, it will be an 18.1, thus putting himself in P10, knocking Dweezy out of the top 10. Orlando now the driver at risk as K-Dot somehow proves their worth with a 17.9. Wow, okay, that's better than Percy. Percy now has a point to prove. He's willing to probably do anything, honestly, to get that lap done. And Samilia, Inertia, not doing great. Exotic, just because I guess he thinks he has a huge cock or something. I have no idea. Thinks he's good enough to not take a lap. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he takes one lap and actually it works out for him. Who knows? Who knows? Both Ferraris are out of the garage, followed by a Haas of cunts. Both Haas's their reserve driver fall bicycle and split by Inertia in the McLaren. These guys are all going to be getting slipstream off of each other. Who has the purple sector? It doesn't look like anyone's gotten the purple sector. Carrot, once again, proving why I signed him, putting his car into the gravel. Right, lovely stuff here. Both Aston Martins 7th and 8th place. They'll want to do some capitalizing here to hopefully get over Adam Sazisco, and you can see their Trix Jans is improving on his lap time. Who's closer to the line? Somebody had a purple sector, and I can't find it now, but somebody, as I flashed by, had a purple sector. Lots of yellow flags. Inertia letting by one of the Ferraris. That will be Carrot. Jamie now is approaching the line here. One of the Alpines is about to cross the line. Subtitle Tuna puts his car in 9th. Callum JF retires from the session. So yeah, let's see. One of the Aston Martins, that will be K-Dot. So now followed by Jamie. He crosses the line. It is not an improvement. Well, it is, but marginally. So it will not be pole position for Jamie. AQ Flow looks like he's going to retain it as it's an invalid lap. So yeah, the only threat to him is IHOPS, who has invalidated his lap. SMD Carrot spun already. It doesn't look like he... Yeah, I think AQ Flow will be sitting on top with a provisional pole here. Adam Sazisco, let's see how high can he go. He only has a couple tenths before he needs... Who is that? It's an Ast. Trix Jans. Lovely stuff. So Adam Sazisco is going to cross the line now. I don't think it's going to be much of an improvement at all. It is an improvement, but not much. It's going to put him ever so slightly closer. Percy Crawley does best Trix Jans, both Aston Martins, as Subtitle Tuna gets knocked into the final points position. Orlando is the only Rio. Never mind. Okay, that's everybody. Right then, that is everyone. That was a pretty decent qualifying towards the end. I liked that a lot. Right then. It is AQ Flow from Jamie, from Cons, from Hops, from Carrot, from Cisco, from Percy, and both Aston Martins, Trickstrands and K-Dot, followed by Subtitle Tuna. Final man in the top 10. You love to see it, don't you? So yeah, like, okay. Because this is what I'm talking about. He's really good. I know he's good. I know he's very good. He just can't drive. like when he's put into a situation, he can never, like, actually drive. In, you know, race cleanly, you know? Well, he can race cleanly. I know he knows how to race. He just makes really dumb decisions that will work in very specific situations. You can tell I'm not out of breath. If you can tell, I am out of breath, sorry. Anyway, based on this, race predictions, I think Flo does have it in the bag. Rexy, what? Wheezy AIs doesn't like me. Who is Tafiti in the chat? I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, you can see there the final screen here for qualifying. Lovely stuff, and I liked it. I liked it. Hopefully I can bring more energy, because I don't feel great at the moment. I want to be honest. I feel, you know, I can't breathe very well right now, so hopefully issues get resolved. Oh, Logan wanted to commentate with me. That would have been funny. I'm gonna be honest. That would have been really funny. But yeah, I mean, that's what I keep saying. They're celebrating Subtitles P10. Honestly, but like, I'm really hoping that he actually does good. That he shows character development. Like, you know what I mean? I'm really hoping that he actually shows some character development. Plus, like, there's competition in tier 2. So, I'm wondering, will this race open the doors for, you know, other tier 2 drivers? There is a McLaren seat available, so he could be going to McLaren, which will be an all tier 2 graduate team if he does go to McLaren. So I'm excited to see that. Very excited to see that. Right then, I love all the pit crew just standing there. You can see they're all merged into one another. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. God, EA. Bro, we really decided to build our foundation on the same steel beams that got melted in 2001. Like, this is the game we're hosting on? Really? Fucking hell. I hope I don't get banned for that joke. It'd be funny if I did get banned, but, you know, it'd be pretty bad for us. No, don't go to the Xbox app. I'm trying to check chat. Yes, Cons is the GOAT realistically. True. Real. Right then. Now on the formation lap, it's Flo from Jamie, from Cons, from Hops, from Carrot, from Zisco, from LA. Let's see if I can say it. Can I say everybody's name without fumbling or having an asthma attack? It's Flo from Jamie, from Cons, from Hops, from Carrot, from Cisco, from Percy, from Trickstans, to K-Dot, to Subtitled, from Callum, from Orlando, from Dweezy, from Bicycle to the Inertia, and Exotic. That is the whole grid, and I actually fucking did it. I'm gonna go have an asthma attack really quick. There's your predicted pit stop strategy. I was toying around with the idea, because softs did have some good pace, and the hards were kind of bad, but I think everyone's just gonna be on hards for this one, because, you know, there's no optimal tire. That's what I keep saying. There really is no optimal tire. What am I trying to see here? Oh, I can't see tire, can I? No, this is the wrong one. Tire, here it is. Everybody's starting on the medium tire, so I think everyone's going mediums to hards. There's not gonna be much strategy today. They're all saving their softs, because softs do kind of start falling off around like lap 4 or 5, and then they become unusable around like lap 7. So their true lifespan, I'd say, is around lap 7 or 8. 7 or 8 laps on the softs, that's how far it'll get you. But, yeah. You know, that's what I wanted to try out, but at the same time, you know, probably wouldn't work too well. So as we get lined up for the start of the race, let me just remind you, I'm YT Teppin. I don't know why we don't have more viewers. Am I just that annoying? I hope not. Anyway, F1 22, one of the worst video games to come out of the F1 franchise. let's get running, let's get racing, let's do the thing, Subtitle Tuna. Let's see. I'm excited to see how well he copes with this, because I swear to God, I think the only other person who doesn't really belong in Tier 1 is probably K-Dot. You know, because, like, they pulled off P9, though. So, I mean, that's a pretty decent feat, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. Let's just to see how this all goes. For once, they're giving me a really good camera angle, so I'm not gonna do the thing that I always do, which is like go on board and do this. Even though I like that shot, I do like that shot a lot. You know, they're giving me a really good camera angle. So 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights here, and we are off and away here in Portugal. Let's see who can get a really good start there. Lots of shuffling on, going in the back. Trickshands overtakes the AlphaTauri, and then a bit of a sandwich there. And look at AQ Flow, they're trying to go 3 wide, and Jamie takes the lead into turn 2. Both Ferraris going up for 1 and 2 there. AQ Flow getting fucking ruined on the lead. Const there, no, from his podium position. And Exotic with a 5-second time penalty for killing somebody, I guess. Yeah, Con's all the way at the back there, and somebody's already out. K-Dot in the Aston Martin. Exotic get us a good little view there, and that is a safety car. That is a VSC. It's full course yellow, but not a full safety car, so that makes me feel a lot better because that means I didn't miss too much. But yeah, lots of shuffling going around here. Let's see, detail, position change. So far, our biggest loser will be Kantz going all the way down to P13, but our biggest winner, Inertia, absolutely capitalizing on whatever chaos happened all the way back there. K-Dot out of the race, lap 1. Never like to see these lap 1 retirements, so as we go green flag racing once again, Subtitle Tuna has crawled up to 6th place, and he's now hounding the back of Adam Stazisko. Breaks a little bit early. Percy Crawley knows that he broke a little bit early, so he's now eager to get ahead of Subtitled. And yeah, that's gonna be his main quest for now. But yes, at the end of the first lap, it's Jamie from Carrot, from Flo, from Hops, from Stazisko, from Tuna, surprisingly, and Percy Crawley, aforementioned. And I was gonna say Trickshands, but it seems like he's put himself out of the running. Inertia there in P8, then followed by Dweezy and Orlando. That makes up our little top 10 here. Subtitle absolutely proving himself. You know, he's doing well. He's doing really well. I'm very surprised. But Carrot, that is Carrot right around. And P4, yeah, don't be pushing too hard. That's going to be a track limits warning. Hops absolutely pushing him, and at the very end, Carrot is going to be on the outside on the offensive. Hops on the defensive there, covering him off, and Hops is now around. Doesn't seem like Carrot's having too good of a start, but he has taken Hops out, so I think Hops definitely got the worst end of the stick there, as Hops is now under threat from Dweezy, and not Dweezy, someone else, and there goes Orlando with Callan JF. Yeah, Callan JF gonna bend it. He bend it into somebody else, so I don't think that's gonna cause a yellow or another safety car VSC or whatever. And Callan JF has retired from the session manually, so no damage. That's surprising. It's a little bit weird, but Jamie leads from Flo, and it looks like Flo, the DRS has been broken. Will Flo be able to recover? Most likely. Subtitle Tuna into a record P4. You know what? He seems to have really good luck in Tier 1. Who knows? It's not, but I like how I keep implying it's all luck. It's not. He's doing really well. And now he's fighting for a podium. This is not on my 2023 bucket list. But you know what? Damn. Like the Kendrick Lamar album. You're like, damn. Fucking, I'm gonna kill myself. Right then, Subtitle Tuna in P4, DRS activated as he chases down Adam Stazisko. It looks to be a setup issue. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. AQ Flow. That's not good for this little challenge here. DRS has come back into the question as Trickshands is marks the 3rd retiree in 3 laps. If we keep going like this, there's going to be no race by lap 16. So yeah, Exotic 6 places up from his initial starting point of P16, and quite a few people have lost 6 places. Inertia, though, our biggest winner for today. You can see it there, P9, W Inertia. Splitting those AlphaTauris in 2. Hops there, now he's on the attack after being killed by Carrot, who is just evading the points there. So yes, Jamie is within DRS range from AQ Flow. So now we just have to see how much will this advantage be, how much will Flow gain. You can see there the cameras aren't really doing me justice. I love that band. God. Anyway, Flo is getting really close to Jamie. The gap is 4/10 now. And as Flo nails that apex, Subtitle Tuna gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. You love to see it. AQ Flo then, he had a little bit of traction loss coming out of there that ruined his exit, but with DRS once again, he was clawing his way back. That is Subtitle Tuna. He has spun. He has spun. You know what? I can't say I didn't see it coming. So, but I mean, he was doing well enough. He does get put into 10th place. He wants to fight Exotic really badly. I can see that. But yeah, Subtitle Tuna is now in 10th place. Will he be able to contend with a 2-time Grand Prix winner here? Cons 3 has a 5-second time penalty, and what happened there? Inertia, no! Inertia, no, and Louisiana. So yeah, Subtitled and Exotic, they're actually kind of duking it out there. Subtitled going down the inside line, Exotic trying to defend around the outside, get his position back, forcing Subtitled on a slightly with shittier line. And you can see there, Exotic has gotten the best of him. Subtitled wants to go down the back the inside. Yeah, Daniel Kvyat. Let's go. Let's do this. Exotic is getting his fists out. He's pushing Subtitle a little bit wide, creating a very good exit for himself. However, Subtitle, it seems that is a bit of a setup issue. Going down the inside, the space is crucial. If you want to make it out of this corner alive, it seems they're very... Somehow he's aware of somebody else on track. So almost, you can see there, he was almost in that wing. He wants Slipstream. He's actually playing this really smart. I'm very surprised by this. I'm very surprised by this. This is not the Subtitle of old that we once saw, except for the spin. That's definitely... And that's Carrot? Is that Carrot? Yeah, that's Carrot. Flo did get the jump on Jamie, though. I think out of turn 5. So out of turn 5, I believe, Flo did get the jump on Jamie. So now it's still going though. These guys are still close to each other, so a battle for the lead is not out of the question. Percy, Crawley, and Hobbs, they're too close together. They are close together. The two of them. And Const there, he's not really locked in a battle there. Subtitle Tuna though, he still wants P8, from Exotic. So as he continues to chase down the Red Bull reserve driver, you can see there, yes, doing his thing. Yeah. Oh god, so I don't actually know what turn number this is. A bit of an L in it. Yes, so Jamie is gaining his ground back on Flo, so as they go down the start-finish straight, you can see there, DRS open for the Ferrari, sparks flying, they're just flying in each other's face. Flo has that penalty, but Jamie still needs to fight to keep a decent gap in between himself and the Red Bull there in order to secure this race win. So far, lap 6 out of 33, Exotic has gotten past the Alfa Romeo, puts Dweezy in front of Subtitle there. These two are quote-unquote former teammates. They have raced together before. Inertia gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Exotic seems to be doing quite well for himself, even with the penalty there. Let's see what the penalty is. 5 seconds for a collision, I guess. I don't know, but yes, up back at the front, you can see there DRS did not do much for Jamie. He is still 5/10 away from the Red Bull there in the lead. Flo is having to keep his car, you know. Flo's having to do a really good job of staving off the Ferrari there as Fall Bicycle unfortunately gets a 3-second time penalty for himself. Orlando, only one in the bottom 3 to not have a penalty. And yeah, so far 6 people with penalties, a bit of an L in it. Hops and Percy, these two. Let's see the championship fight. Well, do you think, I wonder if they'd ever invert cars. Probably not this early into the season. I'd imagine not this early into the season. Let's see what the standings are. As I look down on my phone, so yeah, Jamie and Flo, these guys are still close together. You can see Jamie there, he's still... I hope I'm not sick. Very nasal. But yeah, Jamie is 6/10 away from Flo there. He's using up a little bit of ERS, but Flo is absolutely eating ERS. I think that's how he's been staying ahead. Jamie's been conserving, Flo's been abusing as Inertia there loses his P10. It's such a promising start. It was such a promising start, and Inertia now finds himself second to last all the way at the back. So now as Flo exhausts his ERS supply, Flo is doing everything he can to keep himself away from the double world champion at the moment. So as they're going down on towards turn whatever, You know, it's hard. You can see there Jamie's using a little bit of ERS. He knows Flo's game, I think. I think he does know Flo's game. The red light means you're below 10%, so as Flo starts to use it, we should see the red light blinking on the back of his car. So I think that might have been giving Jamie the go-ahead to, just... I thought one of the billboards in my peripheral vision was, I thought that was Flo spinning. I'm gonna be honest. I can't really see the back of the car. Yeah, so Jamie will know now that Flo is below 10% of ERS. So that is definitely not good, and you can see Flo there struggling for a little bit of traction, as Jamie was as well. Flo's mistake was slightly worse than his. It didn't seem to have any real effect on time loss, though, so you can see there, Flo still continues to rocket away. Jamie is still conserving ERS, but Flo is using it, basically all of it. Now, both the AlphaTauris, this is going to be a fun little fight here. If they decide to fight each other, Adam says this go quite lonely, unfortunately, in P3. Maybe if he wants to slow down and give us a little bit of a three-car fight, that'll be something to write home about. Subtitle Tuna on the back of Dweezy there. That's gonna be fun to watch. Will he spin though? That's the question. However, he's beating my full-time driver. Maybe signing him would have been the best option. Who knows? No. No. Anyway, yes. AQ Flo and Jamie there. They're still up close to each other. It's still up close. However, AQ Flo's still finding his stride with no ERS though. He has no ERS. I wonder if Jamie's aware of this. You can see, I think that's going to be the little mistake to break the ERS. No, Jamie's still going to get DRS on AQ Flo, so as they go rocking on down towards turn 1, DRS will be used on the Ferrari as it will be used on the Red Bull. 0% DRS here for the Red Bull as the Ferrari only, conserves it still. He needs to get closer to Flo, but Flo is exhausting his ERS supply, and Percy and Hops do switch. They do invert the cars, so that's nice. Nice of Percy, W Percy. So yeah, the two do switch now, as Jamie and Flo, they're still getting quite close to each other. They're still getting quite close to each other there. Jamie's still 6.5 tenths down on Flo. Yes, so he's getting closer-ish. He's getting closer-ish. Not really. Not really. He's not making any lasting impacts. ERS certainly playing a hand into that, but there's only so much you can do before, so much you can really say. He's starting to use his ERS supply, so I'm afraid once these two get down to like the same, more numbers, I think Flo might have a slight advantage here, he just needs to stay within that 3 seconds. Jamie knows this, and I think that's why he's not necessarily using as much ERS as Flo is. Flo is drained his supply, as I've said multiple times now. Percy Crawley let Hops by. Exotic and Kants are locked in a bit of a duel here. Subtitle and Dweezy, they need to get a little bit closer before they need to do anything. So as Exotic and Kants begin to approach each other, flying on down towards the last turn there, let's see what'll happen with these two. Going down, you can see there, Kants is taking a lot of curb that has benefited Exotic ever so slightly. It's a marginal gain, but they're good at best. So now, it's flying on down. Exotic gets a really good headway on Kants there. He wants to go defensive for a little bit of switchback, going down the inside of the Haas, and that is P6 for Exam. So yeah, I don't know how much Exotic wants to celebrate that, but now it's a duel between Dweezy and Kants. I wonder what happened to Subtitle the falling off. But yes, Jamie and Flo, these guys are still quite close to each other. That might not change throughout the whole race. Dweezy and Kants, though, I think Dweezy had a bit of an incident himself, and that'll put Subtitle back into the running for a fight with this man, as they both going on down through Sector 2. Yeah, Dweezy is, they're fighting each other now. A little bit of contact there as well. Looks like they're both fighting quite aggressively, so as the man from DC takes 7th place there, Kants is still flying on down. I love his Italian helmet. I do like it a lot. Maybe I'll sign him for Ferrari. I don't know if I want to keep doing this job for Ferrari at least. But we'll see. We will see. Kants is still going on down towards the final turn, and he will be getting DRS, and so will Subtitle, so it's going to be a little bit of a train. Subtitle's going to use this little scrap to catch up back and put himself in the running for P7. It's going to be a bit of a battle, but not a fun one nonetheless. Kants will be in the run. What side will he pick? And he picks the inside line. You can see there's Subtitle in the background, but as Kants dives down the inside, Subtitle has not made enough headway to get involved in this battle. So that means Dweezy is now in P8. He will be getting DRS though. So DRS, that's going to play quite an effect here, and I think he's close enough to use it effectively as well. So ERS and DRS, quite the lethal combo down here. Doesn't seem to be working too well in his favor though. So yeah, Dweezy stays P8 for now. Subtitle Tuna, he's definitely going to be eyeing up this one, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to attack anytime soon. Jamie's still around 6 to 8 tenths away from the Red Bull here. Not much of a change from last lap. And yeah, so Dweezy and Cons, this is the story at the moment here. Bicycle has another 3-second time penalty as the two going down through Sector 3. Let me check what like the turn numbers actually are. I'm tired of saying this turn and that turn. And I know they have names, but like I don't know how to speak Portuguese. I'm not as confident in my bullshittery of Portuguese as I'm confident in Spanish. Like even slightly Brazilian, because I feel like if I hear a Brazilian word like once or twice, I can sort of pick up. But yeah, where's the track map? I downloaded it last night. Anyway, let's stop missing battles here. Subtitle Tuna, I think he's in the pits. Subtitle Tuna, the first one to bite on the pit stops here. And as Orlando gets the jump and Carrot does too, so Subtitle is the first one to bite on the pits. He goes in for a set of hards. Everyone's still on the mediums after 11 laps, and Subtitle Tuna, I was talking about this to him the other day, the hards are hard. They're very hard to get control of in the first few laps, so we'll probably see a couple spins from him, considering he doesn't know what throttle application is. Anyway, you can see there Jamie's still 7/8 tenths. Nothing's changed. Flo is slightly conserving his ERS. Jamie's using ever so slightly more of it than he was. I think Jamie now is slightly worried that he could fall behind. He could start falling behind here. So as AQ Flo begins to pick up the pace, Jamie's ever so slightly worried that it might be for good and he might lose him. You know? So yeah, they're both rocking on down. It doesn't seem like much is going to change here. And everyone is basically split apart. Fall, Bicycle, and Subtitle. These two are still quite close together. Bicycle might catch up to Subtitle. Who knows? I like that big structure, by the way. It's cool. Anyway, Jamie will get DRS once again, but how effective will it really be? These two have been locked in a bit of a showdown, bit of a staring contest for a few laps now. After like lap 3, Jamie hasn't let go. Flo hasn't let up. So I'm excited to see, will they start changing up their approach here once either of them gets an advantage. If either of them gets an advantage, who knows? I'll start covering that if it changes up. Dweezy there is closer to Kant's once again. So as these two are just chilling, Kant's live. I think he locked up a little bit, and Dweezy's suffering on those 12-lap old mediums. I think he'll go in the pits now, and Inertia goes into the pits as well. Subtitle Tuna gets another 3-second time penalty for strict track limits, L. And yeah, these two still the same story as a few laps ago. And nothing's really changing around the grid. Bicycle is getting awful close to Tuna there. He will be pulling into the inside. He wants to scare Tuna into a move, and it seems like he's done that. Tuna, yes, he does. He does get the jump on Subtitle there, and Subtitle slots himself back into P2. I wonder what it's going to look like after the pit stops. So yes, Subtitle back into P12. Sorry, not P2. Yeah, it seems Jamie's getting a lot of headway in the first and second sector, but Flo's losing him in the latter half of the second and all of the third. Dweezy, what happened here? Oh yeah, pit stops. So yes, Percy dives into the pits, Carrot dives into the pits, Orlando dives into the pits, and yeah. That's going to start triggering other people to start diving in. These guys are in a bit of an overcut strategy. Who knows? We could see some of these guys injecting themselves into a fight for at least P3. Maybe. Who knows? Jamie once again he's still with Flo. They're still locked together. Flo has been doing his job. He's locked them together. Jamie is using up ERS. So yeah. They're both doing their thing. This is a bit of a 3-car fight down here, though. Carrot, Bicycle, and Tuna. Man, Carrot did some falling off once he got to Ferrari. Carrot did fall off, man. Anyway, yeah, Subtitle Tuna. You can see there Bicycle's wanted to go down the inside of Carrot, and he was awful close to hitting him there. As we all know, the FIA doesn't really The FIA thinks wing to wheel, that deserves space, so, you know, you could legally take somebody out, I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, you can see there in the pit stops here, Jamie does get ahead of AQ Flow, and it looks like these two are still interlocked in a bit of a fight. Look how close they are coming out. I think that'll lose Jamie an ever so slight amount of time as Adam Cisco takes the race lead. These two are still with the net race lead, however. So as these two come out of the pits, you can see there Jamie has gained time on Flow. Lovely pit stop stuff from them. So with the new tires, and Flow goes wide. Yeah, I keep saying, these hard tires, they're not forgiving. You gotta be careful. You gotta be very, very careful. These two could throw everything away. And Jamie knows he has to start warming them up. Flow doesn't seem like he's yeah. These are not grippy at all. You're gonna see a lot of performance dips, and so far, not as many people as I'd expected have fallen victim to curbs. And I almost thought a bicycle was gonna go into the back of Carrot. So yeah, not too many people have fallen victim to curbs. You can see there Flo is putting the same amount of gap between himself and Jamie as before the pit stop. However, Jamie has that slight advantage of being ever so, a tenth closer than he was before. Hopefully he doesn't lose it in the next few corners. Hopefully for me, at least. For Red Bull, I know Red Bull's cheering this man on. Go Flo, am I right? No flow moments for today because it seems Jamie has lost the advantage he did gain. So it is back to the 7th to 8th tenths stalemate, essentially, as Adam Cisco dives into the pits here. Hops and Percy are still awful close to each other, and it seems Flo has bested Jamie so far at the moment. Bested it on track, and I wonder if that penalty will be counted. It'll probably be counted because we're racing strict. I'm glad we're racing strict. It's made the racing a lot better. It's made the drivers a lot better. Like, I know why we weren't racing strict, but at the same time, I really wish we did it earlier. No, yeah. Because now we're doing it for all tiers now. You know, once racing picks up, not this upcoming weekend, but the next upcoming weekend, once racing picks back up, SMD Carrots. Yeah. Carrot gets past Dweezy there. Dweezy wants to get past his essentially replacement, because we couldn't afford Dweezy. Yeah, we couldn't afford Dweezy, we could afford Carrot though, so yeah. Carrot does get past Dweezy there for P7. I think that is the net rate, that everything's been returned to, everything's balanced now in terms of, net race leads and all that. Kantz and Subtitled, these guys are duking it out. I'm excited to see this. Kantz is like, 1.5 tenths behind Subtitled. So hopefully these two are careful, and Subtitled bins it! Oh, and he kills Kantz too! That's kind of funny. Yeah, so Subtitle, finding out the hard way that the hard tires kind of suck doo-doo. Kind of suck ass. Jamie is a lot closer to Flo. It seems he's finding his stride here. They're both depleting ERS though. So neither of them have a significant advantage over the other. You can see Flo is struggling a little bit of oversteer. Just hits the curve, he's going wide, not as wide as Jamie. Jamie takes a wider line, hopefully increase exit speed. He hasn't been this close to Flo. So, he's not going to deploy ERS. Flo doesn't do it either. He's getting a lot smarter about his ERS strategy now. Jamie hits the apex, does a little bit of a tighter turn. Flo is keeping him off. And we all know Flo has a huge advantage in these last few sectors. Jamie does have a bit of straight line speed, so I'm thinking Flo has a slight higher downforce setup. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Silly Goofy, Hops, and Cisco. These guys are fighting. Cisco finally has some action after like 17 laps of nothing. It's 17 laps, by the way. Wow, that feels a lot like it should be a lot longer. Anyway, yeah, Dweezy is closer to Carrot than Carrot is to like anyone else, so that'll probably boil over eventually. But yeah, Jamie never does good in these final few corners. He's never making up any sort of ground. He's always like 7-8 tenths behind him. Actually, he has made up slight amount of ground. Slight. DRS open for the Ferrari, then you can see there. And now these two are getting closer and closer. I want to see these two fight. I want to see these two go wheel to wheel, fight just like a good old style, rumble limo. But yeah, these two are absolutely, pushing each other to the limits. You can probably feel it. I love when racing does that. Like, some of my most fond memories in racing was being pushed to the limit. Just being slapped about. Exotic has gone fastest. He is the fastest man on track at the moment. So if he starts pushing his way through the pack, I wonder how that'll impact the rest of it. So let me check the standings really quick, because I'm wondering who's, like, you know, leading. Dom's still with a lovely lead, and Jamie's in 5th place. Devil's bested him now. Flo is only a few points away. So yeah, that's crazy how Dom's in the lead of the championship. And he's not even here, unfortunately. So that lead will deplete, as quite a few key people in this championship fight did attend this race, as Dom will be losing his lead. But yeah, somebody else got the fastest lap, stole it away from Exotic, so I'm not sure, but it looks like I'm just hovering over these guys. Hops and Cisco, these guys are a lot closer than I would have thought. I think Cisco and Hops will be getting DRS. That's going to be interesting. Let me check the chat. You're trash, YT. Wash Ferrari TP, skill issue. Man, this is why I want to quit sometimes. Anyway. So yes, Cons gets a 3-second time penalty and multiple warnings, and Hops pulls out to the right-hand side, does best that Mercedes there. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Hops, and yeah. So Adam Cisco does split the AlphaTauris now, and Cisco isn't going to go down without a fight, though. So these two are going to be going down the DRS straight. Both want to fight each other quite hard. Cisco, I don't think he's going to get much of an advantage from here, so yeah, he's good. I almost missed this one. This is looking to be a pretty interesting fight. SMD Carrot wants to put himself into this little fight with Wheezy here. Scares Wheezy into, you know, fucking up his exit a little bit there. So as he gets DRS, pulls out to the left-hand side, that is the inside line, and he rockets on past the Alfa Romeo. Dweezy can't really do much there, and I cut away from the overtake. Except Carrot experienced some oversteer. So that means Dweezy will get the position back. Carrot still has to fight a little bit more, and oh, they almost touch. They almost touch. What the fuck? What happened to? That's kind of funny. So Kant spun and cut the corner. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest. But yes, Carrot goes diving down the inside. He wants Dweezy's little position here. He wants to scare Dweezy into taking a slightly worse line. So Carrot keeps trying to do that. Keeps trying to annoy him into, you know, hopefully making some sort of mistake. Carrot has to remember that he can't make any mistakes himself. Otherwise, you know, it's not really going to be anything. The strategy isn't going to work. So yeah, as Carrot is, you know, trying to catch up to Dweezy there, you see the Alfa Romeo is still just kind of rocketing on by. Bicycle wants to get involved in this, even if he did. Even if Carrot does get past Dweezy, the penalty will remain that Dweezy will ensure that Dweezy stays ahead. So yes, as Bicycle bottles what could have been a really good entry and exit to, you know, make sure you got the jump on Carrots. Carrot is still in the running with Dweezy there, 4/10 away. It seems like he's going to get DRS. Will he make the same mistake twice? No ERS deployment here, so no, he won't be getting any sort of overtake on the Alfa Romeo so far. Subtitle Tuna back in the pits. I wonder why. You know, I wonder why. Yeah. I really do wonder why Subtitle is back in the pits. Probably because he broke his wing. Yeah, so as they rocket on down towards turn whatever. Fine. I even said to myself I didn't want to do that again, but I'm doing that again. I don't care. I'm tired today and I can't be bothered. But yeah, that's turn 9. Okay, that's helpful to know. Now they're going up towards turn 13. I swear I need glasses. Like, my vision's getting worse and worse. Anyway, Carrot, yeah. Carrot's doing his thing. He's gonna get DRS on the run down turn 1. Jamie's closer to Flow, but that's kind of the usual for where they are at the moment. You can see there going into turn 5. So yeah, Dweezy wants to pick some sort of defensive line, but now he wants to stay on the outside line. Ooh. So a little bit of indecision led to Carrot, you know, just kind of breaking and not really taking any sort of line that's gonna be beneficial for them. Never mind, this guy's way too far behind. So as Dweezy somehow defends quite well, it worked. Somehow it worked, and it shouldn't have, honestly. Yeah, Cisco is still close to Hops and Carrot. This is really the developing story at the moment. So yeah, Carrot is fighting Dweezy here, coming out of turn 5, going into the little turn 6, 7, and then the next one's 8. Gotta reinforce it just to make sure I don't forget. Yeah, you can see there, Carrot, like a lot of other people, are struggling for traction. They don't want to spin there, because in 21 it was almost nigh impossible. It was nigh impossible to make it through there without binning it. You had to be like, Jesus, it's not coming. I swear to God. But yeah, I mean, Jamie and Flo, this is like same story for about like 11, no, not even 11, like 17-ish laps. Like it's crazy how much these guys are just sticking to each other like glue. Like he's sticking to each other better than cum sticks to the bed sheets. I swear to God. Anyway, yeah, Carrot is just going on down to Dweezy here. Will he be able to make a good move on the Alfa Romeo? You can see there, pulls out to the right-hand side. DRS is wide open. He's using a little bit of ERS2. He goes down the inside. Dweezy does punt him off a little bit there. Not good at all. Not good at all. It looks like Dweezy did turn into the Ferrari a little bit, so I wonder what the stewards will have to say about that. As maybe he feels a little bit of relief for punting off his replacements. So yes, Adam Zizko still quite close to Hobbs, closer than Jamie is to Flo, that's for sure. These two are always very close to each other around here, but then Flo just loses him through this corner. It probably is a setup difference, because, you know, yeah, Flo seems to be beneficial in slightly lower speed corners. And that seems to be where Flo is absolutely hitting himself, hitting it off. So, but still, these guys are sticking to each other very, very closely. Hops and these guys are just chilling. Zizko hasn't made any significant grounds on Hops. So these two still fighting with only 10 laps to go in this race. Anything can happen in a Formula 1 race. Really, anything can happen. That's always the beauty of Formula 1. The tears, the heartbreak, the fucking cries of joy. It's great. It's why I fell in love with the sport in the first place, and it's why I don't like driving. As proving my point, Percy, who was doing a really good job in running P6 there, lets through Exotic after bidding it. So I hope Rexy's happy with this one, isn't he? You really do hope Rexy's happy with this one. Exotic through in P5, and everyone seems to be on hard tires except for Subtitle Tuna. I think he actually stole the fastest lap. I'm wondering, no. Exotic still had... I swear, unless Exotic just bested himself, which would be kind of funny. And finally, running into their first lap traffic of the session, that is the Ghost of Cons. You see there between Jamie and Flo, it doesn't really affect them at all. Maybe for a slight loop. Who knows? 12 seconds behind that little fight, Hops and Zizko. These guys are getting farther away from each other by the second, as Jamie does take the fastest lap for himself from Exotic. Seems like hard tires actually are the way to go. I did not like the hard tires myself last time I tried them out, but they seem to be working. Seem to be working quite decently. Anyway, Carrot at the moment in P10. He's not fighting anybody, unlike he was a few laps ago. Fall Bicycle and Orlando, these guys are getting close. It might be a developing story. Zizko and Hops, these guys are close again, but as we know, DRS isn't that effective on this straight. As we can clearly see, DRS isn't that effective on this straight. I'm glad we at least got to have Tier 1 do this race, because this would have been exciting in Tier 2, but, you know, Tier 2 got thrown to the wolves. By my hand, don't worry. So, yeah. Jamie's getting a lot closer than he was before on Flo. Can something be wrong in Flo's car? There's a slight ERS advantage in the Ferrari camp. Inertia does get past Carrot. I did not see that one coming. Yeah. On a worse tires, by the way. You'll have to see it. So yeah, these two are a lot closer than they usually are here. Jamie's usually 6-7 tenths away, and then he loses like all of it. But it seems he's sticking with Flo. Could this be the battle we're waiting for? Could Jamie have been sandbagging this whole time? Who knows? 5 tenths. We're gonna separate the two. This is the closest they've been, and they're gonna get closer as they go rocking on down towards turn 1. So yeah, out of turn 1, they are about 4.5 tenths, 4 tenths-ish. Yeah, 5 tenths, so I guess not as close as I thought they would be. But yeah, these two are doing their thing. They're doing their thing. That wider line seems to be working for Flo, and as Jamie desperately wants to capitalize on exit speed, it doesn't look like it's working out for him as he throws away any advantage he had actually gained. Now, still 7 tenths between the two, and yeah. Check the chat again, because still, nothing's really going on. Let's get a little cut back to Orlando. Oh yeah, Bicycle's going to the pits, so yeah, nothing's really going on. So Zizko and Hops, that might be a story, who knows? I'm buzzing when I say. Lovely. So yeah, lap 25 out of 23, 8 laps-ish to go. This battle hasn't changed. Inertia, oh yeah. Somebody was getting past somebody, I saw it, I swear to God I did. No, I guess it was just pit stops. But yeah, Bicycle has pitted for medium tires, a bit of an alternative strategy here. I think they want to steal the fastest lap away. However, these guys will need, to be in the top 10 for any sort of real impact. Yeah, so far it's Flo from Jamie, from Hobbs, from Cisco, from Exotic, from Percy, from Louise, from Orlando, from Inertia, from Carrot, from Bicycle, from Tuna, to Cunts. All the way at the back, and he left ages ago, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, these two still doing their thing. Cisco, yeah, Hobbs is doing defensive. Cisco doesn't even bother getting slipstream. He knows he's gonna get, it's gonna be slightly better for him if Hobbs slightly messes up his entry and exit here. So yeah, Exotic steals back the fastest lap for Red Bull there. I'm excited to see this little shootout in 1999. Lovely stuff there. God, I'm so out of breath and I don't know why. You love these little asthma attacks where you just can't really speak. Anyway. So yeah, Hobbs and Cisco, they're doing their thing. Neither of them is getting in really especially close to each other, so yeah, that's just going to be a battle we'll have to wait for. Bicycle and Carrot, they're getting awful close, and then around the outside, that's not somewhere you see it anywhere. That's not somewhere you see people overtaking. Bicycle getting past the Ferrari. That's going to be Carrot in a lovely move of the race, honestly. That was crazy. And putting himself into the top 10 with a 3-second time penalty, so that's not very good for him. Good for his little challenge there. But it seems to have worked out. So yeah, these two are still very close to each other. It looks like Jamie might be on for a repeat win. For the first repeat win of the season. 27 out of the 33 laps, 6 laps to go here in Portimao. Not much action seems to be happening outside of the top 2 flight, but even then these guys are getting fairly far apart. You can see Flo is really putting on the pressure, using a lot of ERS. Jamie is too. Yep. These two are getting farther and farther away from each other. Flo goes wide ever so slightly, but doesn't seem to hamper his performance at all. So these two, they're just fighting. They're just trying to push each other off. Jamie's still sticking within that 7 8/10 golden zone, or basically within 9/10. Yeah. So Flo's putting on the pressure. He's seemingly wanting to lose the Ferrari here. They're on equal pegging in terms of tires. And I don't know how he did it, but with I'm assuming a bit of a better exit somewhere. It seems Flo is losing that Ferrari by the 10th now. Bicycle gets the fastest lap. He'll be stealing something for the Haas team. America, am I right, bitch? So yeah, Jamie is falling behind from Flo. It's not very good at all. See, somehow China was a much more exciting race. Maybe because I was bringing a lot more energy to it. I don't know. But yeah, China is a far more exciting race, honestly. But yeah, Portimao's done its job, I'd say. It's been fun enough. I guess its main issue, kind of like Coda, it spreads people apart. I think we have Coda on the calendar this year. Who knows? But yeah, Adam Cisco getting a little bit, once again, in DRS range of Hops there. But it seems to be a repeat of the Jamie Flo story from like 6 or 7 laps ago. Ooh, you see there, Jamie is out of DRS, but somehow he does claw his way back into it. For a brief second, he was 1.2 seconds behind Flo, so now, you can see there, Jamie is just kind of struggling. Their ERS usage is about the same. They're both on equal pegging in terms of that. 7/10 split these guys, though, Adam Cisco and Hops. And not much else is happening down on track. So, let's go back to chat here. What do you guys, it's been a good part of the race for y'all. I don't know. I wish I could bring the same energy I bring to China to every race, but sometimes it's just, like, it takes it out of me. If I had, like, an actual, like, handheld mic and I could just run around and shit, and it was, like, home alone, I'd probably be doing a lot more China streams than usual, but, you're doing your thing, you're living your life. I don't know what the point of that saying was, but it is. It definitely is. Flo is still keeping Jamie out of the relative 7/10 zone, so he's now going from 8 to 9/10, still within a second, so DRS will still help Jamie here, but it doesn't look to be very effective at, keeping Jamie that close to Flo. Still losing out on time, though. He's getting himself back into the 6, 7/10 range, though. And maybe even the 5/10. No. No. So yeah, Jamie just needs to, keep it there. Keep it there. 4 laps remaining. I wonder, these two can't really risk anything. I'm wondering why Flo doesn't try and push Jamie into, like, a mistake. Because Flo has nothing to lose at the moment. Hops is 15 seconds behind him. So if he does mess up, Flo is a guaranteed P2 at the moment. But with Jamie, by messing with Jamie, you could possibly get the lead of the race. Like, the entire lead. So just, like, you gotta wonder why. You gotta wonder why he's just continuously pushing. This is what I wish we saw more of in league racing, mind games. I wish we saw more mind games and people just trying to, push each other to the limits. Because I think mind games are always the most fun part about Formula 1 and just racing in general. So to not see it utilized as well as it probably could be within league racing, it's slightly unfortunate. But still, these guys are pushing it. They're giving it their all. And yeah. Carrot's still back here. Subtitle Tuna is in front of him. I'll eat paper. You know what? I'm gonna eat paper on stream. Just because. God. Anyway, Jamie's getting a lot closer to Flo now. Maybe that means he's pushing a little bit more than he has been for the last few laps. You can see there, ERS. He's using ERS. Flo's using it too. These two are just still locked together. Just locked together. Maybe Flo's letting up. Maybe he's listening. Maybe he's wondering, hey, maybe if I do fuck with Jamie, maybe something bad will happen. Because still, Flo has nothing to lose. If he bins it, he really doesn't have anything to lose. Because I think if he, recovered correctly and well enough, he could still get that P2. So I'm really wondering, like I said, why isn't he trying to, mess with Jamie a little bit more, you know what I mean? But yeah, as it stands, lap 31 out of 33, it seems Jamie will be the Grand Prix victor at the moment, as AQ Flo has failed to keep him out of the 3-second range. But we will see. Again, Formula 1, anything can happen. You have 3-second time penalty and all the bottom 3. Cons with 13 seconds, Carrot with 3, Subtitled with 9. and Bicycle with 9 as well. Yeah, a bit unfortunate there, Samilia playing a game with Cons' AI. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, nothing's really going on. Cisco is getting close to Hops, granted, but I mean, still. It's looking like the end of the race isn't going to be as eventful as China was. That was crazy, man. It wasn't crazy. If it was crazy, it would have been, like, really fun. Oh my god, telemetry's on. Why did I turn that on? I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, China would have been really fun and crazy if, like, if it was an actual fight to the line. I do think Flo is letting up, though, because it's a slightly sudden change in pace. Flo's letting up without getting Jamie too close to him, I think. So maybe what Flo could be plotting is that he's letting up to make it seem like Jamie's like, okay, I got this, I can get in front of Flo. And then once he starts really pushing to get in front of Flo, then he makes a mistake. I think somebody opened the door, and I can't really go up to get it because it's the final closing stages of the race. So you'll probably hear about that, from me. Yeah, that sucks. If you hear a beeping noise in the background, that kind of sucks. But yeah, Jamie's a lot closer to Flo than he's been essentially all race. So as these two are still hounding it out, going not wheel to wheel, they haven't really been wheel to wheel since lap 5, I don't know. But very early on in the race, they haven't been wheel to wheel since then. So with Jamie 5 tenths behind Flo, it's exciting to see. Could they start going wheel to wheel? I think Jamie might know. I think Jamie might know that he doesn't want to get close at all to Flo. I can't prove it. I can't prove it at all. That Jamie doesn't really want to get closer to Flo than he really needs to. But yeah, I mean, it's this little mind games that I really do want to see more of in racing. So yeah, lap 32, penultimate lap. This is the second last time they're going to be fighting each other. This will be the last time they'll be fighting each other on the main straight. So, Jamie's closer than he's ever been now. I think he's going to lose it here, as he's been losing it all race. Maybe it's deliberate, who knows. But yeah, okay, I think that proves my game theory, because Flo did stay relatively close to Jamie, so unless Jamie got a really good exit, Flo might be backing himself up into the Ferrari there. So the final lap here in Portugal, will Flo actually heed my advice, because they're getting really close to each other. They're getting very close to each other, and so far, it's looking like it might be a finish for the line. So as it's a 4/10 gap between himself and the race leader, Yeah. Look at here. DRS wide open for that Ferrari. You can see there he's eyeing up a move, but he doesn't want to do it. Jamie does not. I don't think he needs to get close to Flo at all. And I'm wondering if he knows that, or if he realizes that. So let's see. Going on down into turn 7 or something. Yeah, because that's turn 9. So yeah, going on down into turn 7. And you can see there, Flo has had a moment of oversteer. This will open up the gates for Jamie to possibly make a last-minute overtake here, going in the last half of the second sector here, and now they're both just very close to each other, closer than they've been all race through this section. Flo, once again, he has an advantage here, but it's looking like James is going to come out the victor here. So as these two rocket on down towards the penultimate turn for the final time. Into the final turn, Jamie's losing the car ever so slightly, so I think Jamie knows he has to not push it. Flo is letting up on the throttle. He really is letting up on the throttle. And he is trying to get Jamie to make a mistake, but it looks like Jamie has won the Portuguese Grand Prix even without the penalty. I'm wondering what that exactly was. That was some questionable driving from AQ Flo. I mean, not dissimilar to what I would have done. No, it is quite dissimilar, because honestly, what I would have done, I would have backed myself up into Jamie, a lot earlier on. But yeah, Jamie does win the Portuguese Grand Prix, followed by Hops, Zisco, and I think these two, So this is basically your order for the day. These two are fighting, but with 3-second time penalty, quote unquote, with Bicycle, it's not really going to make an effect, but it's still going to be fun to commentate as these two we get really close to each other. Dweezy will best Orlando here. And Bicycle is getting really close to Samilia in the McLaren. So I think Samilia just doesn't really want to lose it. So yeah, I think he's just chilling. They're just gonna chill. I don't think Bicycle's gonna have that good of an exit. So as these two exit the final corner on the main straight, Inertia will be coming out on top, and that is the end of the race. I liked it. I enjoyed it. The final that was a bit tricky. Let's see what the Discord has to say. But yeah, I'm just wondering what Flo is doing. But yeah, Jamie has won your Portuguese Grand Prix, so that's second race win. Wait, hold on. The first repeat race winner of the season. Okay, first repeat race winner of the season. And yeah, Flo was out of fuel. Okay. So Flo underfueled, I guess. I don't know why he wanted to cover off Jamie like that, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. See me back next week for the French Grand Prix, I think. What's next week? I don't know. Let me see. Let me just see what the next race is so I can get something to present to you all. Yeah, the next race is Austria, actually. So, we'll be going to Austria next week at the Israching, or the A1 ring, or the Red Bull ring. As more commonly known, Fall Bicycle does get the final point for Haas, by the way. That's quite fun to see. But yeah, it was a decent race. I liked Portugal well enough. But yeah, catch me next week for Austria. I don't like the track, but it might produce a decent race. We'll see. My name's YT Teppin. I love you all. Thank you guys for letting me do this. And yeah, that's about it.